Hello, Talking Metal listeners. Emily Strigl coming at you from Heavy Montreal 2019. And with me right now from Dirty Honey, I've got John and Justin.
That's me.
What's up?
How are you guys?
Great.
Man, I just saw a rocking set by you guys. Of course, John, lead guitarist, Justin's on bass. You guys killed it today at Heavy Montreal. How did you feel about the show? Your first time playing Canada?
I love Canada. It's like great people. It's good weed. Just like a super rocking crowd. They were really responsive and interactive with us, so that was super cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at who's playing here, we have everyone from, we have black metal, we have metalcore, we have, you know, the Godfathers, one of the Godfathers of thrash, Slayer playing tonight. We have you guys who come out killing it with I like to think of it as a hard blues rock vibe.
I like to call it good new-fashioned rock and roll.
Good new-fashioned rock and roll. I like that. That's very
Good,
cool.
right?
But, you know, regardless, you had people in your audience wearing Dying Fetus T-shirts that were totally... No, this is the truth. I actually...
know, yeah,
somebody, you know, and they were... You guys won them over in a matter of minutes. I saw necks craning, turning around to see who was playing. It must have felt really good. I feel like you guys were received really well.
Yeah, it did. It did feel really good, and it was that exact thing. Just even leading up to the festival, you know, because we've played other festivals that have a lot of metal acts and hardcore acts, and sort of like Korn underneath that umbrella, yeah, and all that stuff, and lots of tracks and just heavy djenting. Is that what they call it these days? Djenting?
I don't know.
Yeah, gent rock. And we're coming in, and it's like, yeah, exactly. But right before we got on stage, our lead singer Mark, he looked at me. He's like, "I think it's gonna be a good show." And you can kind of tell there's this sort of air about it, about the audience. And yeah, I saw dudes in Slayer shirts looking at me and going like this. And I was like, "Yeah, man." Like,
I noticed the same thing. It was
I'm
like
not even
really
close
cool.
to Slayer. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. And you know what? I mean, some bands, I'm not going to name any names that may have been here, you know, yesterday, weren't even as well received. And I think it's because you guys have a special authenticity about you.
Thank you.
That people really read and really dug. And before you launched into a blazing solo, I saw your entire set, by the way.
Thank you.
You gave
Thank you.
props to Slash.
Yeah.
And so tell me a little bit about, you've had some amazing, I was kind of looking at what you guys have been up to. You've had some amazing gigs you've been playing. Who have you had the honor of playing with in recent months?
Well, for direct support gigs, Slash.
We're doing Slash in Toronto tomorrow, actually. We got to open up for The Who a couple months ago, which was pretty mind-blowing.
How was that?
It was awesome. Like, I was hanging
Holy
backstage,
moly.
and I was on the phone, and, like, Pete Townsend walked off stage, and he pointed at me.
No.
And he walked up to me, and I was like, I gotta go. Pete
No.
Townsend was walking over to me and shook my hand. He was like, "You look like a musician." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm opening up for you." And he's like, "Oh, cool. I hope, you know, I'll listen to you guys tonight," because he didn't even know Live Nation booked it for he didn't know who the opener is.
My gosh.
He goes back into the room. He's like, "Pete Townsend came up to me," and we were like, "Damn it! I was just
I
sitting
bet.
here on Instagram. This sucks." You know, like,
I mean, that's unreal, you
Yeah.
know? It's amazing.
and we've done and opening for Slash was our first real band gig, really.
Yeah, and he's like our heroes, like especially.
Me and him. Yeah, we're big Slash fans. Always were big Guns N' Roses fans, and that was obviously a major geek fest. And you know, we got to be behind the curtain. We get to stand side stage next to where his real amp is, and like you know, and it's just like we're looking at each other like, I mean, you know, holding back tears of joy in a way that first time, you know.
Yeah.
And now it's just an honor, and it's the double honor is that they ask us back.
Yeah.
You know.
It's really incredible, and I found myself watching. The first time I saw Slash on stage was in '92. Use Your
Wow.
Illusion. Use Your Illusion. I saw him
so
with Guns N'
jealous.
Roses on Use Your Illusion.
Oh my God! I've watched the DVD.
We weren't. You know, we still
Well,
had to
it-
ask Mom for permission to get things out of the fridge at that point. So
We'll have to talk offline about that particular
Yeah,
show. But I've seen Slash, you know, then I've seen him on small stages, and now I've seen him back with the reunion, of course, multiple times. We flew to Vegas to see like one of the first shows that they did, the reunion. And the one thing I can say is Slash always gives like 1,000%, whether he's on a small stage or a large
Every
stage.
night.
And you guys, I felt like I could have picked you guys up.
We love playing.
Yes,
Like, that's why we do
I could have
this.
picked you guys up on that show you did today and set you on an arena stage, and it would have translated. And I'm not joking. I'm not
Love
just
that.
kissing your butt. I'm saying,
No,
like,
that's
he came up to me during the set. Hi, Mark. Mark came
Mark.
up to me during the set, and he's like, "Are you hearing this?" He was like, "I was in the media tent and I heard them," and he came like running out, and he was like, "They sound freaking amazing." So, and I don't say this to everyone. You know, I interview. I honestly thought like the same kind of vibe, and if you guys can keep that going, you guys are going places. You know.
I think, and that's the goal. Is we have like this 5-song EP out. It's 6 songs in our mind because we have a 6th one coming out that we did at the same session. But that's our standard, and you know we hold ourselves to a tough standard with each song that we decide we're going to birth. You know, and we take our time, and it's so that it'll be that each time. So that when we give you 6 more, because it'll probably be an EP. It's like we'll give you 6 more of that we can go to stage every time and never think, oh, I wish we didn't write this song.
Yeah, and it's hard work to get there. We have to be brutally honest with each other and sometimes hurt each other's feelings. But
yeah, you do.
It kind of sucks a little
in
bit.
any kind of relationship, look at any band. You're gonna have those squabbles. It's a marriage.
Yeah, it's tough because we're sounds arrogant. We're great players. Yeah. We could jam anything that's fun to jam, and that sounds good because we're not bad, But that doesn't mean it's a good song.
Agreed.
And so it's like this. It has to be this it has to be iconically memorable in like 2 beats.
Yeah.
And then also, you have room so that when we play it live to feel it, put expression into it. So I think we've done that with what we have now, so we can everywhere we go.
I think that's something that's so cool about watching Slash every night too, because he definitely puts that in his songs. Like you could see, he takes long guitar solos, like they jam. Like we want that aspect too, because we want every show to be different, and for the audience to have a unique experience every time they see us.
Yeah.
And that's the injection into the scene. If there's a philosophy of what we're doing, that's the injection. It's like you're not going to get the exact record. It's not gonna be worse. I'm not gonna totally play a different solo, but it's always a little different, just a little,
And you guys can pull back and do the bluesy. I don't know what song, the one that slowed it down
the road,
a little bit. Oh my God!
Yeah.
And that was also, I have to say, your vocalist is insane. John,
we do,
Sorry.
yeah.
Mark. Sorry. It's
Mark. I'm John.
You're John, and you're Justin.
I wish
Mark,
that was me that you could say that about, but it's very much not.
He can sing his balls off. You guys can play your balls off. It's insane. So tell me, you have the EP out. Is there a full length in the works? I know you. I mean, what are you thinking? Are you just going to tour the EP right now and get the word out?
Yeah, that's the plan for now this year.
Yeah.
And we're writing new songs right now, and then we're going to record them probably around January. Is the plan.
If we have a full length of, like I said, material that meets that criteria, I would think we'll do it. There is a mixed feeling amongst camp whether or not we should release a full EP. Yeah. Some people, or full length. Some people feel it just should be EP.
Yes.
Even if we have 12 more bangers, then that. Some people feel exactly. That's 2 more EPs because also our team is very much like we can work great songs for 6 months. So if you want to. You don't have to put out 12.
That is the evolution of the music business right now.
It's gone back to
the
like
younger
the 50s.
Bands. It has.
Yeah.
It's singles, it's EPs, and everyone's doing it that way right now. Which I was just curious to see what you guys had to say about that.
We're kind of like music history nerds, but that's kind of how it started. Like people in the 50s and 60s, they were just releasing singles and singles and singles for the longest time. Like
exactly.
The full-length album didn't really become a thing till like
we've come
the
like full circle. We've come for full circle. Exactly. So tell me, you guys are in LA. Are you guys from LA? Originally,
I am from LA, from Van Nuys, California, the Valley, Valley kid.
I was born in Plymouth, Massachusetts.
East Coast kid.
Yep.
Yes.
And I was raised in Maine.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
I've been to Maine's beautiful.
It's
Beautiful place.
And we just played there, so it was great. And
how did you guys hook up originally then?
Well, John was playing with Mark, or he knew Mark, and then I met him through mutual musicians also, and we started writing together.
Nice.
And we wrote together for about a year. And then he was doing a project with Mark also, and he brought me and the drummer that we were working with into that group. And
nice.
We've eventually lost that drummer over at Capo. I'll tell you the whole story another day.
Was it a Spinal Tap thing?
It was our most Spinal Tap moment ever. But yeah, then we found Corey, and I'd known him through mutual gigs, and I actually just called him the sub one night because we had a gig, and our drummer we were using at that time bailed, and Corey was awesome, and after the gig stood up and was like, I want to be in the band. And
Nice. I always love to hear how it comes together
Yeah,
because your chemistry is so good.
Yeah.
It's obvious.
And Corey is the birth of Dirty Honey in a way, because we would, but all the other times that he's talking about, we had different names. We were mostly a cover band. The writing thing was like on our free time, because we could never keep a drummer. And then Corey, he stood up and was like, I want to be in the band. And then Mark came up with Dirty Honey, and that was about 2 years ago. And
About
so
2 years now.
almost 2 years. Yeah, about 2 years. I think it was like summertime.
was it 2 years?
Two. I'm Rain Man. Two, definitely two. Definitely two. Two. Yeah,
Definitely-
it's not even
definitely two.
genius. It's not even genius to count two, right? Yeah. It has to be like 4,076. Definitely 4,000. No. No, but yeah, well, we had, we never had a unit, but we had the three of us and the dream. And Corey he met all the requirements. He wanted to be in a band, and he was an amazing drummer. We were like, we can't have somebody. Yeah.
You got that bass drum.
Yeah.
It's like the boom.
Yeah, and he's a drummer's drummer. I mean, the guy his happiest place would be practicing drums.
Fantastic.
So.
Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you guys. Can't tell you enough. I really, truly enjoyed your set. Can't wait to see how you guys evolve, how things go for you. I think you're going places for sure. And
Thank you very
we're
much.
going to check you out next time you come around Jersey. We'll definitely see you at a show. All of our Talking Metal listeners, check them out. Dirty Honey, coming your way. Keep your eyes and ears open.
Woo!
Yeah!